So some of you might know about me as a former contestant in Road of Mount Olympia who gave up $1,000 job to be a tattoo artist. I was quite famous for a while in the newspaper, if you catch on that. Some of you might know about me as Scarlett the Tattooer, the owner of Scarlett Inky Corner. Talk about how I become a tattoo artist. Because it's a topic that always interests everyone, and it's gonna get you to know a little more about me. I started tattoo 6 years ago. It was a bunch of my friends who were in art school. They have tattoo machine and they tattoo each other, and I was the only girl, and I wasn't afraid, so they just let me try. But getting a tattoo is very scary, but doing a tattoo is super scary. I'd rather have someone mess up my own tattoo than mess up someone forever. So it is very scary. It is a lot of trust that person is putting on you to change them forever, and there's health risk and everything there. It just hit me. It's made me question myself. Who am I? Who am I to do this to other people? To change them permanently, how they look. I did a few tattoos and then I stopped. I was scared because I should not be doing it if I don't know how to do it professionally. A year after I quit my job, just because I cannot do it anymore. I don't feel happy doing it, and I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't happy with my life. I read and write when I was 3 years old. And I was very good at school. Everyone expected me to go to good school, get good grade, get a good job. And I think that's what I want too. But I wasn't happy. My body showed it. Some people ask how do you know that you are not happy? But you just know that you are not happy. And your emotions are there for a reason. Your emotion is where your mind, your thoughts, and your body interact. If you are feeling not happy, it means that there is something wrong, and it's your responsibility to change it. So I started doing tattoo first because I quit my job, have no idea what I'm gonna do. When I quit tattoo the first time, I always think that I'm gonna take a proper training and be good at it, even though if it's not my lifelong career. It's just to be responsible with the person that I tattoo them from day one. And the moment that I give up my job, it's a very hard decision. It's a hard decision because I was 24 back then. Everyone expected me to get a stable job, have a good relationship, expect to get married, maybe have kids. And I thought that this is what I'm supposed to do too. But giving up everything, I don't have anything left. I feel like a child. I don't have anything. I don't have a career. I don't have a social identity anymore. Doing tattoo is a whole new world that I know nothing of. I was least capable of because I didn't grow up drawing constantly or super artistic person. Doing tattoo is completely new world that I know nothing of. But that's the decision that I made for myself, and I feel happy every day, and I feel hungry every day, hunger for learning new things and to explore the new world. I didn't expect to get this far, but the process of me choosing to do tattoo and the process of me evolve as an artist, it have a very great impact on my life. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about how a tattoo is done. The oldest tattoo is found on a Peruvian mummy 6,000 years ago. That's a very long time ago. In order to make the tattoo, the needle have to penetrate the skin 3,000 times per minute. That's up to 50 times per second. And that's how easily it is to make a mistake, a permanent mistake. So when I do tattoo, I have to stay focused, stay alert of everything. I have to feel if my customer is doing okay. I have to It just create a gap in my mind from the person who is watching what is happening and what is my body reacting, what is my body doing, what's my customers doing, and from the intense focus, it create a gap. That's what they call the gap of no mind, where you don't think anything at all. You are highly alert and conscious of what is happening, but you don't think and you don't worry. You don't. There's nothing else except for me and the tattoo and the machine. That's where I find peace and joy, and I think that's the purpose of meditation. It's very hard. It's very easy to thinking, like we're thinking constantly, and it's very hard to not thinking. It's impossible to not thinking. It's our human nature to not thinking. But when you find, to me, it's just easier for me when I do tattoo. But you can do it anytime. You can do, like you can watch yourself when you are walking, when you're eating. Even you can even watch your emotion, like fear or anger, the peace and joy inside of you, and to be really free from your mind, from whatever that scared you or make you angry or sad. And I think that's real freedom. You cannot change the situation, but you can control yourself. Tattoo really helped me heal and face with a lot of my problems on my own. But other than that, tattoo is also a very meditative experience for the one that getting tattooed. It's not like those videos that you saw on YouTube or on social media, those funny videos that people screaming and crying getting a tattoo. In reality, it's not like that. You cannot do that if you want to get a good tattoo. You have to stay still, you have to control yourself, you have to control your breath, and you really don't really have other choice. I have many customers tell me that it's helped them a lot to deal with their emotion and deal with their anxiety, because getting a tattoo is very scary to some people. So most of the time I will be talking with my customer when they're getting a tattoo, and I think it's a very personal and it's a very real experience that you're going to do to yourself. Getting a tattoo is a very strong statement. Getting a tattoo is very against nature. We weren't born having tattoo, and getting tattoo is claiming your body to yourself. It actually doesn't do anything to your life. You're not going to get a promotion, or most of the time you don't get fired if you get a small discreet tattoo. Like overcoming that fear is turn out that it's not such big of a deal that you get a tattoo. So in a way that changed you also. It's applied to everything else. It's not as scary as it is. Sometimes every tattoo has a story behind it. For example, a simple tattoo like this to sell pass. It's take a certain point of one people's life to get that tattoo. It could be the same tattoo, but it means so different to different people, and it gives them courage. You give them something to believe in themselves, that this is not gonna be forever, like all the pain or suffering or anything. I have so many stories like that. It makes me feel my job is more valuable to other people, and it's meaningful to them, and make me feel like I matter. If you ever get a tattoo, you're gonna know the feeling. The most important lesson that I've learned from getting tattoo is the power of now. It's always now, and it's always forever. And whatever you want to do now is a good time. There is no other time that you have which is not now. And when you want to do something, just do it with the right approach, with the commitment, you're gonna be able to do it.